The Nets have 3 games left. They made a little bit of a move last night because, believe it or not, Cleveland lost to Orlando. So that means there's a very good chance that the Nets are going to end up in the 7th spot and play, the 8th team, and then 9 and 10 have to play, and then the Nets would then end up being 7.
Yeah. Well,
and I do believe that
there's a logjam there.
I know, but everything is working out, especially if they beat the Knicks tonight because they play the Cavaliers on Friday night. Mm-hmm. And, right now they are projected the number 7 seed by almost all accounts. And, their current matchup right now to be played, if they played today, would be the Hornets. And that's, the fact is that they have 3 games remaining. They have Cleveland on Friday night. They beat Cleveland. They win the tiebreaker, or it's not even a tiebreaker. At that point, it's, they control their own destiny to get to number 7. So, and Cleveland only has 2 games left. And like I said, they lost to the Magic last night. So this is going to be interesting. And that's what have a home playoff game, essentially a play-in game. And then away we go.
Yeah, but tonight I desperately want the Knicks in this terrible season that they've had to come out with the young guys and beat the Nets for a game that matters for the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, I'd love to see the Knicks do what they've been doing.
Yes.
Running and gunning and playing and quickly, this is a good test for him.
Yeah,
this is a really good test for him, because now the question is, what do we have here with Emmanuel Quickly? So finally, he's starting to get more playing time. There's a little bit more leash, if you will, by the head coach, and they're letting him do his thing. And he looks like he's having fun. It looks like they all are having fun. And, this is something that has been missing all year long. And it's gotten to a point now where now you have to think about, okay, what are we doing moving forward? And how does the play of Obi Toppin and R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly, how does that all work into what's going to happen next year? And tonight could go a long way for helping Emmanuel Quickly if he comes out and he plays well. And, he puts up the points, puts up maybe a triple-double or a triple-triple whatever. And this is their opportunity to show management that they should be here next year, especially Quickly, because this is what the Knicks have been lacking for I don't know how many years, is a legitimate point guard who can control a game, who can score, who can distribute, and who doesn't turn the ball over and get nervous and doesn't get, helter-skelter when the game is on the line.
I can feel it bubbling inside of me. The hater fan is starting to come out. This is going to happen. I'm going to be hating on the Nets with extreme passion because I want to see them lose in what would be the most embarrassing fashion, which would be in the play-in. Now, I wanted them to be 9 or 10. Doesn't look like that's going to happen for them right now, but they could still lose in the play-in if they lose the 7-8 matchup and then lose to the winner of 9-10, which I don't think will happen. But that's the thing I'm rooting for the most, and if they make it out of the play-in, then obviously I'll be rooting against them in every series that they play. The earlier the exit, the better. This is what my basketball fandom has come down to, is my team in a meaningless game for them at least, trying to beat the Nets and then rooting against the Nets as hard as I can in the playoffs. That's all I want to see. That's it. And then once the Nets are out, then I'm probably out when it comes to the NBA playoffs because that's the only thing that I care about is watching them lose.
Well, 2 things. The Lakers are out too.
Yeah, I know. They're done.
The Lakers officially are done. They are officially done, and they're over with. And you talk about a disappointing season. Right now, they're 31-48. But, when you think about where the Cavaliers are, their loss last night to Orlando was a disaster because now they have to play. They have 2 games left, like I said, and they have the Nets, and I think they have the Bucks. Now, I don't know if the Bucks will play anybody in that game. I don't think it means anything for them. But so they may not play anybody in that game. But man, the Cavaliers pooped the bed last night for sure. So now the Nets basically control their destiny to get to number 7.
Yeah, the Bucks right now, there's a tie from 2 through 4 in the Eastern Conference. All teams, Celtics, Bucks, and 76ers, all 49-30.
All right, so they're still playing for something.
They're still playing for something. Those seeds are still to be determined in the Eastern Conference.
One of their projected spots is the number 3 spot, and which would mean that they would match up with the Bulls in the first round of the playoffs. Yeah. So Bucks Bulls, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, Bulls have fallen off a little bit in the second half for sure. But it's all about rooting against the Nets. I think most Knicks fans are with me on this. That is our focus as we head into the playoffs, as we form this hater nation to make sure that this team does not go and win a championship, and then have another year where we can just put it in their face and say, listen, this is the biggest disaster in sports history. Now, I know there's a long way to go because Kevin Durant signed that extension and Kyrie's going to sign his extension. But if we just have another year where we could say, man, this has just been a mess with Kevin Durant not playing the first year, then the COVID year, and then Kyrie and everything. That Kevin Durant gets hurt. Now you're out early in the playoffs again. So, oh, man, it's just great.
So if the Nets do make it in as the number 7 seed, that means they would end up most likely playing the Boston Celtics at the number 2 seed.
Yep. And I'm not a big Celtics guy, but I will be in that series.
Yeah, well, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I will dress like that leprechaun in the logo for the remainder of that series.
No, you won't.
I will get a leprechaun costume.
You are not going to do that.
I will go to Party City. I will get a leprechaun costume, and I will wear it every game of that
Party City
series.
has leprechaun costumes?
That's the only place that I could think would have a leprechaun costume.
Well, there's got to be a costume place around here somewhere.
Oh, in the city? Yeah, but I mean, I'm in and out of the city. You know I don't spend a lot of time here.
All right, well, if there's anybody out there that has a leprechaun costume, send it in.
Size XL.
XL, yeah.
An XL leprechaun costume.
That would help us.
Yeah.
That would definitely help us. Now, the other thing, too, and you said this yesterday, I can't even believe that this happened.
Okay.
It's amazing that this happened.
Yeah.
Because for people who didn't listen or didn't hear the part where you were going off on somebody, I forget, you mentioned the name Louis Oosthuizen.
I did. Well, this is where it came from. We were talking about how CBS Sports Network on Masters on the Range was solely focused on Tiger Woods. I said, who do you think they're going to show? Louis Oosthuizen? That's what I said.
So, lo and behold, out come the pairings for Thursday and Friday's Masters. And, of course, Tiger said, yep, I'm in it to win it, and I'm going to play. So, on Thursday, he's in Group 14. They tee off at 10:30 a.m., and who's he playing with?
Louis Oosthuizen.
Louis Oosthuizen and, of course, Joaquin Niemann. Now, can you spell Oosthuizen?
Can I spell Oosthuizen?
I want to see if Al could spell Oosthuizen.
Do you want to see if Al can spell it first?
I think we should see if Al could spell Louis Oosthuizen's last name. Now, he's South African, Al. He's a really good golfer, and he's paired with Tiger Woods for the first 2 rounds of the Masters.
Oosthuizen.
Oosthuizen.
H-U-E.
No.
H.
No.
G.
No.
G?
Yeah, like a silent G.
No. Oosthuizen.
E.
No.
U.
Wrong.
No,
Wrong.
Forget it. You're out.
Wrong.
You're totally out.
Wrong.
Eddie, can you spell Oosthuizen?
No shot.
No
Do you
shot.
have any idea what the first letter is?
Oh.
Yes.
Very good.
Well, did you just look that up?
No, that was in my head.
Oh is right. For Oosthuizen.
Wow.
I've seen it probably.
Good job.
But after that,
All right, Mr. Oosthuizen, can you spell Oosthuizen? Oosthuizen.
S-T.
Yes.
Stay.
It's one letter I think you're going to miss, but if you get it, I'll buy you bagels this morning.
U-I-H-Z-E-N.
No. You
Wrong.
screwed the H. You got the H. The H is in there, but you put it in the wrong spot.
Damn it.
it's like an eye chart.
Right, exactly. That's what it looks like, an eye chart.
Well, the CBS Sports Network had flashed it.
Yes, I know.
I was trying to remember what it looked like, and I saw that H.
So it is OOSTHUIZEN.
Okay, there we
Louis
go.
Oosthuizen.
Louis Oosthuizen.
Louis Oosthuizen.
There he is.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the red bell so you're notified when we have new content.